Welcome to Up to Bat. I'm Rayna Maggelet, and this is my one-on-one interview with 19-year-old Arizona State baseball commit and MLB 2022 draft pick, Austin Ehrlicher. He is a right-hand pitcher outfielder from Santa Rosa, California. Today, we'll be learning more about Austin, his journey with baseball, his recent commitment to ASU, and being drafted to the Boston Red Sox and the MLB 2022 draft. Let's get started. So first off, Austin, thank you for joining us. How are
Of
you?
course. Good. How are you?
I'm great. So let's start off, if you don't mind, giving like a self-introduction before I
Hmm.
start asking some questions.
All right. I'm Austin. I'm 19, from Santa Rosa, and play baseball at the JC, and I'm committed to Arizona State.
Awesome. So we'll get started with some questions. So first off, when did you first step on a baseball field?
The first time had to be like 5 years old. It was a long time ago. Yeah, so I've been playing for forever.
Got it. Who kind of inspired you or maybe forced you to like play baseball? Was it your parents? Was it more of like a self-interest?
Yeah, my parents definitely got me into it, but yeah, I think the person that kind of inspired me the most was probably my hitting coach, Joey Gomes. He's been a awesome mentor for me, so he's great.
Awesome. So when did you know that baseball is the sport you want to dedicate your whole life to?
It was probably after my senior year. I knew I could do something with it, but I really didn't play it very seriously until junior college or senior year. I was more of a basketball guy first. That's what everyone knew me as. So baseball was kind of just like a second sport, just do it for fun. But I actually quit baseball for like the whole kind of COVID period. I just wanted to focus on basketball. And then my high school coach called me up like before the season and asked if I was sure about quitting and if I wanted to play. And I was like, all right, I'll just play my senior year. And then it just kind of happened. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Awesome. So you told me earlier that you got numerous offers from schools, but narrowed it down to USC, Oklahoma State, University of Arizona, and ASU. So out of all of those options, what made you pick ASU? And great choice, by the way.
Yeah. It was a little bit of everything. It's such a great place. It was kind of the school I wanted to go to after high school. That was definitely my first choice. So kind of when I went on my visit, it was just awesome meeting the coaches, great coaching staff, great guys on the team, and obviously an awesome place to live. And you're right next to Scottsdale, so pretty easy choice for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So following up with that, what is the biggest difference you've noticed so far with the vibe of playing for a JC versus playing for a 4 year?
Um, I haven't played for a 4 year yet. So
Yeah.
you asked like what the biggest difference, like what I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, kind of more of like a vibe. Like, have you had any different interactions, like the coaching? Have you met any other players? Like, what's like, is
Yeah.
there any vibe so far that you've gotten?
Um, there's obviously a lot of stuff in JUCO that you don't get at the D1 level, but I think the main thing that I'm gonna see when going to Arizona is just the guys around you, the people you have surrounding you are super good, super talented, and you play the best competition. So I think that's gonna be the biggest jump for me.
Awesome. So, how do you feel to soon be training under ASU head coach and former MLB player Willie Bloomquist?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I got to meet him obviously on the visit and
Awesome.
got to hear him and got to hear Dustin Pedroia talk a little bit too on my visit. And he's a great guy. You can definitely tell he cares about the players and his program a ton, especially since he played here. So yeah, I'm super excited to play under him.
Yeah, that's exciting. So, I did mention earlier that you were an 18th round pick. How does that feel to have been drafted in the 2022 draft by the Sox?
Yeah, it was crazy. It all happened so fast. So it was pretty cool on that day to hear my name called. It was pretty awesome.
How are you feeling at that moment when you heard your name?
Well, I didn't even hear it. I actually got a notification on Twitter because yeah,
Wow.
the second day was when I was getting a lot more of my calls and teams calling me and doing all that. So the third day, I didn't even watch it honestly, and then I got the notification and then text from the Red Sox guy and called him in. just told him thank you. But yeah, it was crazy. I was just sitting on my couch, saw a notification. Yeah,
That's
surprised
insane.
me. So it's pretty cool.
Have you done any like training, talking, like any meetings with the Red Sox franchise at all yet?
I mean, I've talked to a few people within the organization, but um no, nothing major like that.
Yeah. So in a perfect world, this is a little bit more of a personal question. Which MLB team would you like in a perfect world would you love to play with?
Yeah, definitely the Giants. I've grown up watching them my whole life. I'm from NorCal, so
Yeah,
yeah, definitely the Giants.
awesome. So what major league, so bringing in like MLB, what MLB player, current or retired, has inspired you the most?
Um, it's a good question. I think honestly right now I mean I'm a two-way guy. I'm playing both, so I think Shohei Ohtani is just so cool to watch, like just how he does both. I mean, no one really knows like or I wonder like his routine, how he goes about it every day. So I think watching him do both at the highest level is something I look for.
Yeah, it's insane. I live very close to Angel Stadium, so I go to a lot of the
Yeah.
games and watching him is insane. And you guys both are very tall. I believe you're six
Yeah.
five, right?
Yeah. No, I got to watch him play too, and he's huge. He's just fun to watch.
He is. He's a very well-rounded player.
Yeah.
So, who has played the biggest role or one of the biggest roles in your baseball career?
Um, I mean, I think my dad has always played a big role in it, but like I said, Joey Gomes has definitely been the biggest mentor for me. Been with him since I was like 11 or 12, and he's just been there the whole time. We got to play for the Healdsburg Prune Packers this summer, so getting to play for him as a coach was pretty cool, just to be there every day and hear him talk. Um, yeah, so he's had a huge impact on me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what are your greatest strengths, do you think, for yourself as a player?
I definitely think my athleticism, just playing two sports, basketball and baseball at the college level is probably my biggest strength and what I use for. I think I can adapt to a lot of things quickly. So, yeah, I think my athleticism is probably my biggest strength on the field.
Awesome. So, you bat with your left and throw with your right. Have you
Yeah.
faced any difficulties with that? I know that can be a little bit difficult
Yeah.
sometimes.
Not really. I think it helps me in a way. Yeah, I mean there hasn't been really any difficulties with it, but I've just been doing it my whole life and I like being a lefty, so
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it.
more of a pro than a con.
Yeah.
So while you did mention, you played basketball and baseball both for the
Mhm.
JC, what was it like being a two sport athlete for the same JC? How was that like balancing it all?
It was probably the hardest year of my life. Just,
Uh,
I mean, I'd wake up just early in the morning, go to baseball practice, have to leave like halfway through, go eat, go to study hall, basketball, weights. Like, yeah, it was all day, every day. So, um, I did it my high school year too, since everything was like canceled.
yeah.
I had, I would like leave my baseball game right away and I came to like the fourth quarter of my basketball game one time, just played for a quarter.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, it's cool to focus on one thing, but I'm glad I did it though.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
especially if how much success you're gaining so much for baseball. If you didn't play again, who knows where you could have been.
yeah,
Did you more, which sport did you enjoy more? Basketball over baseball, or did you kind of choose baseball just because like better at it, or was it more of like a you enjoy it more?
yeah. I mean, I think I always liked basketball more like growing up, but I think like I said, like my senior year, I just had so much fun like playing. So um I think they kind of balanced out going into college and I love both so much. I get that question all the time and I'm like,
Yeah,
I really don't know. So
yeah,
I like both, but I just chose baseball to stick with just because I think if I just stick with one, I'll get better at it. So that's kind of
yeah.
the reason.
Awesome. And one of the final questions, where
Mhm.
do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I mean, I'm hoping I'll be a major leaguer. Every day I strive to do something to get towards that goal. So that's where I see myself.
And at ASU, what's your major?
I'm doing communications.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple.
So yeah. What are you most excited for about ASU? I'm like very curious. I'm an ASU student, so I'm very
Yeah.
excited to hear what you're most excited for.
Um, I don't know. I think just playing at a school like that. I mean, I don't really know what to expect. So I'm just excited for it all, honestly. Coaching staff, being able to play with that team, traveling, all that. So it'll be fun.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for questions today on our one-on-one interview. If you do have any questions for Austin that we may not have covered, comment down below for a possible part two with him again. So Austin, thank you for your time and sharing with the viewers as well as myself a little bit more about your journey and yourself with baseball.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, so glad to have you. And this is Up to Bat with Rayna Maggelet. Thank you. See you next time.